Welcome, my people. You are tuned in to the official DJTUNDE Productions step-by-step explainer for absolutely conquering the 140th Canton Fair in October 2026. Look, if you're a Nigerian passport holder and you're looking to source goods directly from China, bypass all those middlemen, you are in the exact right place today. I am bringing you the ultimate roadmap. We're going to break down the whole shebang, from getting your visa sorted to getting your cargo safely dropped at Appaport. Let's get into it.
Now, we're focusing on the incredible opportunity that is Phase 1 of the fair. But listen, before we even think about packing our bags, I have got to hype up the immersive 360-degree coverage we've got going on right on the DJTUNDE YouTube channel. We are taking you straight into the halls. You can look left, right, up, down. It's literally like you're standing right there in Guangzhou. You get to see the booths, the products, the wild crowds, all before you even spend a single naira on a flight ticket.
So, here is our exact roadmap for today's explainer. 1. Canton Fair 2026 ready. 2. Your 5.5M Naira budget. 3. Securing the M visa. 4. WeChat Pay and Tech. And finally 5. Shipping to Appaport. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, Canton Fair 2026 ready. The basics. We really have to start with the absolute baseline facts for Phase 1 so you know exactly what we're actually planning for here. So Phase 1 runs from October 15th to the 19th, 2026, and it goes down at the massive Paju complex. This phase is absolutely perfect if your business is dealing in electronics, appliances, lighting, hardware, or even manufacturing machinery. Now, take a look at that last point. Your overseas buyer badge is completely free, assuming you pre-register online. But a quick warning for you. Please, do not dull yourself by waiting to plan the rest of this trip. Hotels near Paju sell out literally months in advance, and prices are going to triple if you just wait until September. Right, moving on to Section 2, your 5.5M Naira budget, the reality check. Let's transition to the financial reality, because as serious business owners, we don't operate on guesswork, right? You need to know the true, fully loaded cost up front before you make a single move. 5.5 million Naira. Let that sink in for a second. I really want to emphasize that this is a very realistic estimated total for a single person traveling from Nigeria to the fair for Phase 1. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how that 5.5 million actually breaks down. Honestly, I'd advise you to screenshot this breakdown right now. You've got 1.5 million for flights via hubs like Dubai or Addis Ababa, your agency and visa fees, and your shared accommodation. But pay very, very close attention to the bottom line there. That 2 million Naira is exclusively your shopping budget. That's separate from your logistics. That's the actual capital you're bringing to buy goods and drop deposits. And hey, remember, exchange rates fluctuate all the time, so always verify the current rate before finalizing your budget. All right, Section 3, securing the M visa, the gateway. This right here is the biggest hurdle for Nigerian passport holders. It's the official visa for business and trade, and without it, well, you aren't going anywhere. So here is the exact step-by-step process. First things first, you've got to register on the Canton Fair website to get your official invitation letter. I honestly cannot stress this enough. That letter is your absolute strongest plug for getting approved. Next, you complete the COVA online application form. Then you gather up your supporting docs, which absolutely must include your company cover letter, your CAC business registration certificate, and 3 solid months of bank statements. Finally, you take all that and submit it physically at the Visa Center in Lagos or Abuja. Okay, I need to deliver a critical warning right here. You absolutely must watch for this specific embassy application window, which usually pops open around July or August. And you need to apply the exact day that window opens. Why? Because there is absolutely no express service for this visa. 0. It takes time, the queues are crazy long, and if you apply late, you are going to miss your flight. For sure. Moving right along, Section 4, WeChat Pay and Tech, on-the-ground survival. So assuming you've got the visa and you've landed safely, let's talk about surviving in Guangzhou. And we have to start with a harsh reality here. And this brilliantly illustrates what I'm talking about. Your regular Nigerian bank cards, they will most likely fail at Chinese payment terminals. To avoid being totally stranded, setting up WeChat Pay in Nigeria before you fly is an absolute necessity. You link your Visa or MasterCard to WeChat Pay. It's the priority and it's accepted everywhere from those massive exhibition halls down to the tiny street restaurants. You should also grab Alipay as your backup because it does have wider acceptance at some specific wholesale markets. If you land in China without these ready to go, you're going to struggle to even buy a bottle of water, I'm telling you. Now, Let's talk strictly about payment safety when you're finally ready to make a deal. You have got to protect your capital from trade fair fraud. Rule number one, never ever pay 100% upfront. No way. The absolute standard is a 30% deposit to confirm the order, and that 70% balance, you only pay that before shipment. Always. Always demand a written pro forma invoice. And for those big orders where you're doing a bank wire transfer or TT, you must verify the vendor's bank details in person at the booth and by phone before you send a single naira over.
Okay, Section 5, shipping to a Papa port, the return. You've made your deals, you've paid your deposits. Now we hit the final victory stage, getting your newly sourced goods safely back home to Lagos.
So you'll need to link up with a freight forwarder in Guangzhou to handle this part. Express courier takes about 3 to 7 days, great for small samples. Air freight is about 5 to 10 days for your urgent stuff, but for your heavy commercial goods, sea freight is king. Yes, it takes 30 to 42 days to arrive at the Lagos port complex, whether that's a Papa or tin can, but it is by far the most economical choice for bulk buying. So the crucial point is right here. Let me read this stark warning directly from the guide. Do not undervalue goods on commercial invoices to reduce customs duty. Nigeria Customs Service verifies declared values, and penalties for undervaluation are severe. Guys, I am cautioning you directly. Do not try to cut corners with Nigeria Customs. It's just not worth it. It can literally lead to the confiscation of your entire shipment. To clear those goods legally and without a headache, your Nigerian clearing agent is going to need this vital paperwork. The seller over in China provides the commercial invoice, the packing list, and the certificate of origin. But you and your agent, you are responsible for the pair. That's the pre-arrival assessment report and Form M, which gets processed through your Nigerian bank before the goods are even shipped out. Make sure this documentation is absolutely flawless. Oh, and I want to remind you of a massive, massive hack for first-time buyers. When you're out there in Guangzhou, make sure to connect with the Nigerian trader community in the Xiaobei area. People affectionately call it Little Africa. Tapping into this community, it's basically a shortcut to finding trusted vendors and reliable forwarders from people who already know the ground and speak the language of Chinese trade perfectly. Now, before we wrap up this explainer, I want you to pull out your phone and scan these QR codes right now. Go on, subscribe to DJTUNDE on YouTube and experience the Canton Fair in stunning 360 degrees. Do your research, walk those halls digitally, and build up your strategy before you even book a single flight. We've covered the budget, the M-Visa, WeChat Pay, and Apapa shipping. You now have the exact 5.5 million naira roadmap for the October 2026 Canton Fair in your hands. So I just have to ask you, are you ready to stop relying on middlemen and finally take your business directly to the global stage? Start you planning today, get that invitation letter moving, and let's get to work.